What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Some content for you today. Do me a favor, take a moment, hit the like button, subscribe button, criticism in the comment section. And this guy, I know, loves criticism. Joined by the one, the only, executive producer for Madden NFL Football, Rex Dickson. Rex, the first thing I want to ask you, there's been a lot of Madden 17 footage gameplay coming out today, and there's a lot of people that are already fearing that it looks the same. If you heard that from someone, what would be your initial response to them?
It doesn't play the same. Well, first of all, let me clarify. I'm the creative director. Our executive producer actually just changed. Previously was Roy Harvey, a guy you probably don't have a lot of knowledge of. But with Cam Weber, who was a former group GM of Tiburon, is now owns BioWare and Tiburon. So he owns actually multiple studios in the EA structure, and obviously got a lot going on with BioWare. Roy has moved up and is now the GM of Tiburon, and Sean Grady, our former senior producer, is now executive producer, and I have retained my lowly position as creative director on the franchise. So I don't want to steal any of Sean's thunder because he just got promoted to executive producer, and we're all very excited for him. But to get back to your question, I would say, sure, you don't want to say it looks the same. We're always going to get those kind of criticisms. I think with any sports title, you're going to see that. Doesn't bother me too much as long as the game fundamentally plays differently. That's what's really most important in my eyes.
Okay, you had taken some criticism earlier this week from Patrick Peterson about the gameplay. Have you responded to him directly other than just the tweet that said Madden 17 was going to be the response? I kind of wanted to have you elaborate on that, but I also wanted to know if prior to that comment, had he approached you at any point before about issues he had with the game?
No, and you're going to get as big a range among NFL players as you do among, core consumers. I just spent some time with Marshall Faulk at the Doritos party on Wednesday night, and he had nothing but some amazing things to say about how realistic and authentic the game has gotten. And so I had the same conversation with Maurice Jones-Drew at the event, and telling me how much he appreciated how simulation and authentic it's becoming. But to Patrick Peterson's point, I don't think we're there yet. And it's what he said is fair. And it's legitimate, especially when you consider when you watch the tournaments, if you watch the tournaments, the championship games, the semifinals, there was quite a few plays in there that I would prefer do not exist in competitive Madden because they didn't look like things that I see on Sunday. So we still got a ways to go, I think, but most people who play the game and buy it every year will tell you that they feel, as I do, that we've made a lot of big strides in that area, but I don't think anyone would agree that we're completely there yet.
I guess in that same perspective, we've spoke before about a 3-year plan, kind of building a base for Madden gameplay-wise. Obviously that time frame has culminated. How satisfied are you right now with the core build and the framework you have in place with Madden 17?
I'm never going to be satisfied. I think a lot of people feel like, and I agree with them, this is the most realistic, core, authentic Madden ever. And I like to use the term a lot, that it demands more of you than any other Madden before it. It's a challenging game. It really forces you to rethink and start building true, authentic strategies. But I'm never going to be satisfied, Ryan. It's just not going to happen. We'll be 3 years from now, and I'll still be talking about 3 to 5 year plans because there is no finish line. As you know, even a team who wins multiple championships year over year, there's no finish line. You keep trying and pushing to get better and to be as good as you possibly can be. So there's really no finish line there. It's just an attitude you have to have. I'm prouder of 17 than I am of any other Madden that I've worked on before. But I don't think it represents the true culmination of where we want our vision to go. And, competitive Madden now being on a big stage has changed that game a little bit. Things that I didn't have to worry as much about it before are now, being thrust into, ESPN2 and 200,000 viewers. So the game keeps changing on me and priorities keep changing on me. And so we will constantly have to adapt and adjust. But I'm proud of this game, prouder than any other Madden that we've ever put out before. But to answer your question, I don't think I'll ever be satisfied no matter how far we get.
All right, guys, so Rex was so generous to me with his time that I actually have to break this interview up into segments. In the next video, Rex and I are going to talk about how you market simulation football to a casual crowd, some community questions you guys had, like what game mode he would want to take from another title. Also, some disc space questions you guys had about why is Madden only, a third of the disc, and of course, ways they're going to work to try to make the franchise games feel less repetitive. But what I would need you to do is let Rex know, let EA know that you come to my channel, you value the time that he spends and the time that they put into coming here, and this is one of the many outlets you use to get your information from Madden. So go over to Twitter. He is RexD EA Football. Let them know you appreciate the time he spent with me today and the fact that he's willing to come on and talk to me about Madden 17. As always, I appreciate you guys checking out this video. I'll be back tomorrow with more content.